Welcome back to Crosshair here on the GDQ Hotfix, the show that brings you runs with bullets. First-person shooters, third-person shooters, shmups, bullet hells, lasers, rockets, grenades, paintballs, and shotgun shells. If it's got bullets in it, it's got a home here, Crosshair. My name's Dangerous, I'm your host, and if you've got a run that you think qualifies for this or any of our other GDQ Hotfix shows, head on over to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix and fill out that run submission form, and you just may end up on a future episode of the GDQ Hotfix. Back in the early 2000s, a new franchise had been launched called Halo. And of course, after it had launched, it was subsequently completely forgotten about and universally panned, and nobody ever played it again. I'm just kidding, of course. It became one of the most beloved franchises in all of video gaming. And so I reached out to the Halo community to see if we could get some runs squared up for this episode of Crosshair. And good news, we have got a banger of a show for you all. We're going to be rounding out the evening with Nervy Destroyer running Halo CE, I believe is what it's called. But prior to that, we have got a 4-player co-op run of Halo 3 ODST, 4-player LASO, Legendary All Skulls on the hardest difficulty, max difficulty run with some awesome runners. So I'm going to hand the mic over to them and let them all introduce themselves.
Hey guys, my name is Bloop, and I'm a newer runner to ODST. I recently started speedrunning here on both Easy and Legendary within the past year-ish or so. And I also picked up some LASO stuff with our lead here, Raw. And yeah, we're here to give you guys a good show and show you what ODST LASO is all about. Go ahead, Cylles.
My name is Cylles, and I've only been playing Halo for around a couple of years. I was always doing like challenge runs and stuff like that in this game, but ever since I started talking to Raw here, started doing more like speedrun related things, and invited me to join his LASO team with some other people, and yeah, that's it.
Hey guys, I'm John and Vaughn. Despite the name, I'm one person, I promise. I've been around the community for around 8 years now. I'm mainly for Halo 4, Easy and Ledge. That's what I've been doing mainly. But the boys picked me up one day, and I've been playing LASO with them since, and I've been having a good time.
Hey everybody, my name's Raw. I'm like the solo record holder for LASO, so I got like a lot of experience, and over time I've met these different guys in the community who also enjoy these hard, difficult sort of challenge runs, and always thought it would be cool to be on GDQ at some point, whether it was like the live marathon or something. I've been watching GDQ for years upon years, so this is really cool to bring the game that I speedrun to the GDQ stream.
Oh, heck yeah. Alrighty, well, we're ready for you all when you are all ready. If you could just give us a countdown and we can start that timer.
Alright, go ahead, Raw.
Yeah, just going to be restarting here. There is like a little bit of an opening cutscene that takes like a minute, and then the time will start after that, so I'll count it down when it's coming.
Yeah, this game's a bit weird in that the timer in the game does not start until a couple seconds after you land from the drop pod.
Yep, on this game, instead of kind of getting all into it and starting off combat, you spawn in these pods. The lore of the game is kind of you're a team of troopers that gets dropped off a UNSC ship, and as a Covenant ship leaves, it kind of blasts us all into these different positions, and as you can see, it's a bit cracked up and stuff, so we're lucky we're alive, so we're just going to hop right into it, quite literally.
Okay, so yeah, we'll start the countdown in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Don't jump in
Appreciate
melee.
it.
And you're going to hear me say that a lot during a run, don't jump into melee, because despite a regular co-op where all your players seem to die to get reverted, if one player dies with one of these skulls called Iron Skull, it reverts all of us. So we want to get as much checkpoints as we can just in case. Mistakes will happen, death will happen. So we're trying to go as fast as possible.
So as mentioned, this is LASO, which means Legendary All Skulls on. So Legendary is the hardest difficulty in Halo. and then all skulls on. There's basically 12 difficulty modifiers. So in regular Halo, if you're playing co-op, you don't actually revert to your last checkpoint in co-op. You like basically your teammates can fight on, and as long as not everybody dies, you can continue on. In this, if one player dies, you revert to the last checkpoint. So deaths are very costly in this game mode.
Well, Bloop runs to the end of the mission. I'll read out the rest of the skulls so we can. Go on. We have the Black Eye Skull, which your shields don't recharge unless you melee an enemy. We don't have shields as ODSTs. We have a thing called Stamina, which is pretty much similar. So we won't. And they also recharge to health packs we pick around the map. If you played Halo CE or Halo Reach, it's kind of a similar thing there. We have Blind on, which if you notice, we can't see our weapon or HUD elements. That's what Blind does there.
Yeah, we're playing on Crosshair, but we have no Crosshair. So
yeah, you gotta actually do that. We got
no, this game doesn't qualify anymore.
All right, it's over.
We got the catch goal on, which enemies throw double the nades, but that also counts for our teammates. So you're gonna see we kill our teammates a lot just so they don't accidentally nade us, and it's pretty common that they do. So that's not how we have cowbell on, which makes explosions increase, and we'll see some pretty cool uses for that later in the run that you can't do normally in the speed run. Coming up right here at the start of Yari, I'll let Raw take it away actually.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm going to be able to show off a good example. As John was mentioning, there's a skull called cowbell. So cowbell really affects the physics of objects, and I can maybe abuse that in order to get like a big launch here at the start with a few nades. I missed it. I'm going to go for it like a couple of tries just to demonstrate it. This is usually like an IL only trick. So it is pretty difficult to get a good launch. So I'm just going to attempt it like a few times. There we go. I got a decent one. Yeah, so I skipped this whole area basically.
Yeah,
that was
so don't
cool.
jump for melee. I'll read out the rest of the skulls while he runs past these enemies. You got Famine, which makes our enemy drop counts half. So like a normal gun will have just half the ammo when you pick it up. So it just makes ammo more scarce. Make it a little bit harder. So we have to plan sections better. Grunt Birthday Party, which is a fan favorite. Whenever we shoot a grunt, they'll explode into like confetti.
Similar to like that.
Yeah. What else do we got? I'm missing some. Iron, I already said that. I would have been your daddy. Yep, which makes rare dialogue more common. So you'll probably hear some funny dialogue from Marines.
Or in the enemies.
That too.
Yeah. Oh, is there another skull? Sorry, go ahead.
I think I have 4 more. Yeah, Mythic Skull. Enemies have increased health, so harder enemies. Thunderstorm. All the enemies go to the highest rank, so it's just harder and tougher enemies. Tilt. The resistance and weaknesses are increased. So if enemies stronger to a certain resistance, it's increased, and vice versa. And then the last skull is Tough Luck. And enemies always go berserk, dive out of the way. So enemies always die from nades, and we actually abuse the skull a couple times. And we just dodge more often from shots and plasma pistols.
Yeah, and generally
so
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead. All I was gonna say is generally in Halo speedruns, so we kind of like assign a role. Like one person's usually the quote-unquote lead. So that's the reason why you saw everybody kind of just hanging back while I ran through the level. It's mainly just because having 4 people run through the level, there's way more chances that 4 people die over 1, as well as like basically if one person takes the lead, enemies sort of act the same because you load into different sections, enemies spawn in. So if you do the same movement as one person, usually you get the same results. If you have 4 people doing stuff, it sort of messes with things. In other levels, there's a lot more going on with all 4 people. This is just one of the levels where it's better if one person just completes it.
Yeah. Especially times where, like, if we're all 4 running raw, let's just say, like, with the catch goal, if a nade's meant for raw, sometimes it sticks behind. And again, with one player dying, it reverses us. And it's better for just some sections that one person leads, but for for combat heavy missions, you'll see us all do something. You can go south, sorry.
So, as John was saying earlier, with like all the skulls, there's actually a couple of them that are actually beneficial in a way. It's not all detriments. Like you can use some of them to your advantage. Like John was saying earlier, Tough Luck, we abuse this skull. like brutes are less dangerous if they're dodging instead of shooting at you. So we
Trying to go
often
for a
throw
debris
grenades at them.
launch here. Yeah, hit
Ooh,
it.
that's a
Nice.
good
Nice,
Good.
that's a good one.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
Well done.
So
And that's just,
yeah, so like
power of
tough
Hellboy.
luck. You can abuse this to make boost dodge, and also the tilt skull, maybe the mythic skull. I don't remember, but they also allow the player to be more tanky, and then like
Yep.
legendary. So like, actually is very interesting just seeing what you can get away with and everything you can do, because it's almost like a different game. Like, there's so many things you can use. Some things are more challenging. It's just a very cool experience, a new way to play the game.
Yeah, as I was
Also, we are
saying, a lot of
moving
the
on to-
skulls. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. We're moving on to the streets, which is kind of like the hub for like the entire game. Between every single like mission, which every mission for the most part is a bunch of like flashbacks, like different perspectives of different characters at like what they're doing and things like that. And between those, we play as the rookie, and we are just in the streets, which is like the hub, and we can go around and find different artifacts and different objects that lead us to these flashbacks. And we're also collecting audio logs, which will unlock weapon caches throughout the map. And it's very important because the one we want to unlock has a mongoose, which is a vehicle, and it will make the streets go by much faster. And there's also
Yeah, when it
Never
comes to
mind.
these audio logs, there's a lot of them. We only need 8 to get what we need, because the mongoose in the later sections, basically instead of us wandering the streets and finding our way to it, with the mongoose it just makes it a lot faster and makes a lot of the later streets missions that we do short and sweet.
Yeah, essentially, like, I'm just running straight for the objective that we need to get to, and then everybody else is collecting the audio logs so that we can get the mongoose later on. So it's just an efficient way to use all 4 players throughout the level.
So on this mission we have Bloop here. He's going to be going for a very difficult trick. Before this, it was only done in ILs, and Bloop here has been working on and refining it to a point where he's actually been like the most consistent person in the entire world to do this trick. So hopefully we
wow.
can get to show it off here.
Yeah, it's
Don't
gonna be
watch my
every,
POV here, watch Bloop's.
Yeah, we're gonna set up a couple checkpoints.
It's going to be
for Bloop.
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
This
we're
one.
gonna set up a couple checkpoints for Bloop, just so he has a lot of attempts at it. Because if we hit this in a marathon setting, it'll be really insane. We've did it in practice earlier today. We were getting consistent at it, so we're excited to show you. No pressure, Bloop. I wish you the best.
Yeah, no pressure.
Bloop here has lowered the time on uplift on every single game mode and pretty much everything from legendary to easy to lasso at around 10 seconds each, which for a 2-minute mission is insane. So the things
Let me
he's
know when
been
you
able
get
to
that
do
checkpoint,
for
Raw.
this mission is
Yeah, I'll
insane.
let you know.
Oh no!
It's going to be setting up
the
here.
Should have got it now.
Looking
Should have got it now.
at spot on the ground, and he's going to be
Mhm.
throwing nade using some melee timings. And he throws another nade, jumps on top of the hog.
Nice, well done.
First try, good
Got
job.
it.
Let's go.
Wow!
No way.
Got
Oh
it.
my
Oh
goodness.
And with that, he is
You're
out on the
insane,
map in
man.
an area that
He
devs
needs-
never
I
intended.
can't,
And from
I can't
here,
stress
he can,
how hard this trick is. Like this.
That is,
I'm
that
sorry.
is insane that he
Like-
got that first try.
He's the only person in the world that would go for this in like a full game. So that's yeah, pretty insane.
Also, can we shout out the fact that that truck got hit by a grenade and it's still operational?
Yep.
I hit my
We're hanging
teammate,
out.
actually.
It is,
So from here on, he can just drive straight to the end of the mission, and really it saves like 30 seconds around, I would say.
online.
That's not bad.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah,
not mess up
it's
this
a-
last part.
It's a pretty decent chunk, for sure. So yeah, it's crazy that he hit this. Like, I don't know. Like for me, I grinded this IL like when originally before Bloop even picked up this IL. It took
All right,
me
we're
like
out.
days. It
360, boys.
took me days to hit it like
let's
once.
go.
You did it
360.
first
Good
try.
job. Let's go.
207. That's so good. Just
So
I
from
just
there,
love
we
the fact
saved
that
about like
Raw
20
was just
seconds.
sitting there doing nothing the entire time.
Yeah, I was just in
Yeah,
awe,
he's
just
my
watching.
checkpoint.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Good job, Blue.
Also, I saw that
Yep.
360. I know what you were doing.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
shout
why-
out to
I understood that
shout out
reference.
to Garish. Yes, sir. We love that.
Oh yeah,
But
there's
yeah,
also
that trick is
debris
very
launch here
hard,
that,
so
I mean,
it's
it didn't
fun.
go the best, but
Yeah,
there's a
got
bunch of
little
like
mini
debris
ones.
around the just around like the map and some levels that you can use to launch yourself and get boost using grenades. And you saw one on MS1, the first streets mission after Teori Plaza, and there's like a couple more that are around the map.
Yeah,
So that's
same
the one that
premise as
Rob
like
went for.
the same premise as the box launch I did on Tiari Plaza. Just all these debris, like you can use them for different boosts. Some are in better spots than others, so we try to use them where we can. In easy and ledge, you can also use some of these debris for boosts, but with the cowbell skull and lasso, like you can get some insane launches sometimes. So it's really cool. Just it's a hard difficulty, but also in some ways, you can go like really fast. Even
Yeah.
some of the IL times of lasso is like faster than easier ledge IL times, just because of like things like that. So yeah, it's just
Yep.
cool that this category is difficult, but then also rewards speed as well in some ways. So
It's very awesome.
ooh, I got shot twice.
So
That's
to
not
set
good.
up something that's gonna be happening soon, there's also things called pressure launches where you kind of get crushed by something on top of you, and you're kind of able to transfer that like power into momentum. So John and Pon here, here is gonna showcase one of the pressure launches soon in a couple seconds from now, and if done correctly, it'll send them quite a long way. So
Kind of
Yep.
we got a checkpoint. If
you'll
we
probably
didn't get
see
a
from
checkpoint
Bloop Ross' perspective how that will look.
here- if we didn't get
Yeah,
a
we'll
checkpoint,
get a
we might be
checkpoint
able
maybe like right here,
to kind of delay it.
2 minute mark.
I think I heard the game freeze.
Do is you kind of need to spam crouch into a certain area and then edge yourself underneath this like weird thing that is going under, and then he needs to crouch and jump at a specific timing. It didn't go great. It's a bit difficult.
You
with the
got
trick
you
to
got a
do, so,
small
yeah.
one. Sometimes it will send you like basically across this entire area.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's what we were hoping. But
it
you
is
know what?
difficult to do though.
I'll
So
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
the LI.
essentially how it works, like it's called a pressure launch. Like you basically wedge your hitbox in between like in two objects, and then yeah, like the pressure kind of builds up and will shoot you out because the game wants you like out of that area basically.
Yeah, it's
the
a
section here is a bit difficult.
Yeah, and
yeah.
part's
This
really
is one of the
fun.
higher. This area of the streets is unnecessary difficult. Like you got some sniper jackals, you got all these over shielded brutes because of the Virgil engineer. You got a lot of stuff going on here, and we gotta
I cracked the main guy.
Yeah.
survive it all without dying. Otherwise, we
no.
could get unlucky and not
Well,
You
get
good
any
or you got that?
checkpoints.
I have no
I
more
tried
PP.
to hit him. Okay, just distract him if you can. Then I'm driving.
I got him like on me right now. He's backing up right now. He's going towards you guys.
So I did just open that weapon cache as we were talking about. This is the reason why we were collecting audio logs.
Watch
Yeah, we're good.
You're good.
So we
Yeah,
got a
I'm ready.
mongoose through these street sections, and it's just going to speed up the future street sections a lot. And then while I was grabbing the mongoose with Cylles, John and Pon and Bloop were clearing out the enemies ahead of me so that I could just drive through. Another
Also,
cool
did someone
thing
say
for a board player.
HaloRuns.com?
Don't forget about nades.
Oh, very true. HaloRuns.com.
HaloRuns.com.
Somebody might have
All
said
Halo
something about that.
speedrunning needs.
Don't forget
Also,
about
here we're
nades.
gonna be doing a Warthog fling.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
it's a bit
we'll
hard.
try it a couple times. It's this is like a IL
that's
only
not gonna
thing
work.
as well.
Oh,
that
got
only
it.
oh, did you get it?
We're off the
Oh,
bridge.
it fell off.
Yeah,
We'll try it one more time. It's just this is a small time save, but it's still kind of cool. Just using debris.
That saves like a
Yeah,
couple
well,
seconds maybe.
we'll
we'll
keep
go
going.
once
Yeah, it only saves a couple of seconds, but just using debris and cowbell to our advantage. Basically, the
Yeah.
hog would push them forward down the bridge to hit some of the checkpoints a little earlier.
Take him.
There's a bunch of mortars here. I'm trying not to die from
Yeah,
the
we're
race
just
across the
playing-
bridge.
Playing dodgeball here. This is a scripted section, so we just kind of got to stay alive for a little bit.
And the button is watchtower here that blows up the charges on the bridge, and you can see the bridge goes boom.
Yeah,
The bridge
fireworks.
does go boom.
Now, for LASO difficulty, if you ever done the LASO achievement or completion, you probably noticed that this is the first mission that gave you troubles. This is a combat-heavy mission, but at the same time, from a viewer and a player perspective, watching all 4 players know what they're doing. It makes this mission really fast and really satisfying to watch. Just hoping we get a clean Oni to show you guys because
It's definitely one of the more fun missions
Yeah,
to play
more
for,
fun mission.
for sure.
It's
Especially
combat
if it's
heavy.
like optimized in a way.
yeah.
for
So
sure.
we'll try to put a show on for you guys. No promises.
Lots could be
I mean, we've already-
This level is scary because it's a very combat focused level. Like you can't really skip enemies on this level. You have to fight them. And then on LASO, you know, like all the enemies are stronger and stuff like that. So can be pretty scary.
Thank you, bro. Oh my god.
But yeah, oh my god, I was so worried about
hated him.
lasering you too.
yeah. I was clinched there, dude.
It's scary.
I can
So
be
sometimes, you
your
know,
baby.
sometimes your teammates can kill you, sometimes your fellow runners can also kill you too.
No jump or melee.
This is
just
true.
run through.
Yeah, that's very possible.
No jumps or melee.
All right, well, while we're running through that, I'm going to jump in real quick with an announcement to let everybody know. Starting tomorrow, everybody, if you're not familiar, Black and Flash's Summer Speedrunning Celebration Juneteenth is going to be here on the GDQ channel starting tomorrow, June 19th, all the way through the 22nd. You can type !Juneteenth in chat for the full schedule and visit gdq.gg/BAF to learn how you can get involved with the Black and Flash community. And be sure to follow their new Blue Sky page at blackandaflash.bsky.social to stay connected.
I think this should be good.
Yep. I need a health back though, because my health is not feeling great.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
left side's
weird.
clear. There's only one
think we're
bird on
okay.
right. Oh, back up.
Getting
back up.
bullied right
Yeah,
now.
we should be good.
Oh god, oh no, that's weird.
I got him.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I like it more phantom, so 240 for LASO. That's
I'm
good.
getting bullied by that group.
So when
That
our
was
ally
fast.
says more phantoms, that means we've met the kill quota for outside, because you need to kill a certain amount of enemies to go in this inside area. These doors will not open until that kill quota is met, and when our ally says more phantoms look sharp, that is when we are good to go for the next inside section, which is also just as chaotic as the outside section.
Kinda
The
on a
chaos
minute
does not
timer.
end.
Yeah, so we're kind of on the minute timer now. So if you have any more announcements, say now, because we're just waiting.
Oh yeah, I can definitely jump in with a little bit more. Yeah, folks, SGDQ 2025 is coming up soon, and prize submissions are open. If you want to see how you can submit a prize, go to gamesdonequick.com for more information about that. Additionally, if you want to get ready for for SGDQ 2025, you can check out our SGDQ ambassadors all throughout the month of June. You can support Doctors Without Borders by joining each ambassador's community in the lead up to SGDQ. Use !SGDQ ambassadors to check out the full schedule of all of our ambassadors and when their streams are going to be happening.
All right.
What we were doing
Sweet.
there was, I mean, it's a bit complicated, but Mickey, one of the AI teammates, he wants to do pathing, to walk inside of it, but since we teleport him, he doesn't complete it. We throw nades at a certain area to try to like stop him from doing that pathing, so it just skips it. So it saves like what, 20 seconds maybe. It is like pretty easy.
Yeah, and right now there's like a huge combat section with different waves and stuff like that. The nice thing about 4-player co-op is we can have 2 people on each side of the doors.
Oh, that's
so-
unfortunate.
Lucky.
Yeah, he got chain
shouldn't-
reacted there, which is a byproduct of the skulls, but good checkpoint.
Yeah, that was a good checkpoint though, so didn't lose too much time.
Do you have a
Yeah,
button?
that's unlucky.
So we can-
No, I don't
Nades,
have a- I don't
even
have
if
a-
they're on the
That's what I was
ground,
saying, but it happens.
Okay, so then-
Yeah, I
let
don't-
him in.
and what we mean by chain reacted is nades on the ground will explode if they take enough damage, so those can just fly at us and also kill us without any enemy intervention pretty much.
Yeah, because of the catch skull where enemies throw like a bunch of grenades, basically every enemy spawns with grenades. So after you kill them, their grenades will drop to the floor. So there's just a million grenades everywhere. And yeah, if you're not careful
I'm out of PP.
how and where you kill enemies,
Nice.
they will chain react to the nades that are on the floor, and yeah, it could be
Okay,
pretty
good.
awful.
Oh, we got more spawns. We got more spawns.
Yeah, we have brutes. Yeah, we have
Ow.
brutes.
Yeah, I'm good.
You guys have grunts. We have brutes.
Nice.
Clear, I think?
Brute
no,
shot,
not
brute,
clear.
brute shot,
Yeah,
brute.
clear.
Careful.
Good.
It's kind of all you right now. All you three now.
Is he-
He's in the middle. Nice.
Got him.
One more.
Nice.
Tackle,
Nice.
tackle. That's that clear. Yeah,
Job.
nice.
Very
Good stuff.
nice.
Don't jump or melee. Use checkpoint.
Good clear. We lost a little
That's
bit
a
of
very
time due to
difficult
the...
clear. That's like one of the most difficult parts of this mission. It's just waves
Yeah.
on both sides constantly, a bunch of boots. And actually, it's one of those areas that shows how, on LASO, you're actually better off being more aggressive in this game.
Mhm.
Because if you sit in the middle, you could be running out ammo, health, and all that. But if you're up close, you can regenerate on your health and plasma pistols and all that stuff.
Right now,
And
I'm going
sometimes it
for
shows off
a
how you can be more
lineup
aggressive.
because
Yep.
I didn't get too many there. Sometimes you can basically kill all the enemies in the wave with that laser. Basically, the enemies are scripted to kind of walk down in a certain path. So
Oh,
I try
bit
to
of
go
lag.
for a
Yeah,
lineup,
also
little bit of
MCC is very laggy.
That was on
yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes on MCC when you're playing online, it lags a little bit, but we're good.
I don't have ammo, by the way. I'm useless right now.
I will say,
Pistol, though.
multiplayer / co-op campaign in this, more just campaign,
Brute
not
shot
multiplayer.
guy still.
He's good.
Yeah,
Nice. We it's peer to peer, so whoever the host is, we're connecting off his host. There is no dedicated servers, so if you live
Yeah,
further
something else
away, it
to,
could be
like,
worse. So that's why the
it's
lag
something
can
else
happen.
to, it's really impressive to me about, Ambloop hitting up without bounds earlier, was that he was also dealing with off-host latency. It was really impressive that he was able
Oh
to do
yeah,
it
it's
first
very
try.
true too. Yeah,
Well, it
he's like
helps
the
when you
only
SMG it.
person that can do it, and he
Does
did
help.
it on off-host latency, which is insane.
Very impressive.
Alright, look away from button. I have one of these.
Yeah.
Also could be beating up this Marine for a specific purpose.
Yep.
Because I don't want to throw nades at me, basically.
Sorry,
ahead.
Go ahead.
I can move it up. Sorry, is this better? Nice. Yep.
So here we're doing a strat John found where usually we're forced to stay in that elevator, but one of our co-op partners, John and Pon, found a way where you can bypass the elevator trigger and we can distract all these buggers. And
It's
usually,
really
like
useful.
we said,
It's really
Go ahead.
useful because our allies, like this guy that's on the elevator with us, they are also affected by the catch skull. So when we're in this tiny elevator, he would just be throwing nades at drones, which obviously they're flying, so he's
Yeah.
not gonna kill anything with it except for us potentially. So it's
Yeah.
very scary if they don't jump down and kill those drones. Otherwise, he's just gonna be spamming nades the whole time.
Also
So
be killing some
here,
enemies, and yeah,
yeah.
you can take it away.
Yeah, here's just the end
Oh,
fight
it's a
section.
bit- Oh, they're nice.
Oh, this might be bad. Yeah, this is bad.
Oh,
Okay, it's fine
messed
though.
up. What he was trying to do was like a manipulation. Where he kills a specific amount of enemies, and then he'll go up to the chieftain. And
Yeah,
if he
the
does
big
it
guy with
correctly, the chieftain will just swing at him in the most predictable way, so he can backsmack him.
the big guy with the hammer,
But,
he kind of is stuck here until you kill a few enemies, then he aggroes. But if you run up to him when he's like stuck like that, he kind of just stands there and does nothing, and then gives you the best swing pattern so you can get behind
Also,
him.
could be doing a bit of a launch here.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
a lot going on. So
Nice.
and then
Nice.
nice, nailed it.
End the mission faster.
So yeah, and there we get to the Pelican early. Cylles did a nade jump while Bloop also hammer launched him into the Pelican early. So yeah, just a lot going on at all times in this 4-player run.
Very cool. The gravity hammer is a very cool weapon. Mainly seen in Halo 3, but it also has an appearance here in Halo 3 ODST as well.
And we'll see it later in the upcoming
Yep.
mission. Now
we will.
Across the streets. I will not jump up the map, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will not.
I had a.
John likes this little gap here. This is his friend. He
Should I
likes
do it
this
one
whole.
He likes
Oh my
the
god!
gaps that
he
lead
almost
to the
pushed me
abyss.
there.
Bloop, should I do it one time?
No.
Alright.
Oh
I did it. I did it. I missed that.
no.
gap twice and fell
No,
on that.
please.
No,
Uh,
don't do it.
oh yeah, now that we have the mongoose.
No, don't do it.
We get the mongoose carryover for all the other streets. So now we
Ow.
can just
Yep.
run to rally point, and it makes it. a
Ra
lot
gets
more
to do
easier.
some Mario Kart driving.
Yeah,
The,
it's really unique and fun to like this Halo game that there's this overworld that you get a vehicle to like drive through. Nailed Tony Hawk. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, you could just drive, like, zoom through these street sections, which is really cool and just unique to this Halo game. I have a plasma.
Good luck with Fling.
Very,
I'm just not even gonna go for it, honestly. Usually I'm supposed to have a nade there and use the like put it under the mongoose, and that way it kind of flings me up here. Walking up only loses like I don't know 5-10 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have nades for some reason, so
And that's part of the problem last with the blind skull. We don't know like how many nades we have or what nades we have selected. So
Or ammo
yeah,
count
it's true.
usually.
Yeah, I
We have
don't
to,
know
like,
ammo
count all that
count,
mentally.
so I
Alright.
didn't know that I had no
Crosshair, that's
nades
easy.
until I literally
Don't
attempted
forget.
it there.
Lots could be doing a trick here, and another one is launches. So using a card, it's called Rocket Card Boost. So let's see if you can hit it.
Yeah, so another kind of debris launch.
yeah.
I'm gonna try it a few times. This is also another IL only kind of strat. But I'm gonna give it a couple attempts. I got like
Yeah.
didn't
It's
go
really
far there,
hard.
but-
Like he uses a nade and a card to basically launch himself towards the objective where he needs to be going. But it's very precise because the way he's trying to go is very narrow. It's like pillars and everything, so he needs to do it and also not die. Also, he needs to do it without going super
just gonna
far
go.
because if he goes too far, he will miss a necessary trigger that spawns a phantom with a
Yeah,
ghost that he's going to be boarding soon.
At best, that trick will save like only like 5 seconds, but it just looks really cool. You use like a car with your rocket and everything, and you basically land over where I am now. So it looks
This
really cool,
mission is
but
like
yeah.
this mission is like one of those missions where you're supposed to be like driving around like a tank, doing everything like some
coming for the
stuff like that.
Alpha.
But Rocky is gonna be like just taking a ghost and driving through the entire level pretty much. There's also a very interesting trick here on this mission called Banshee Bed. And I don't know if anyone's ever played Halo 3 and they've tried to take like the AA Wraith, the anti-AA Wraith on Halo 3. It's like the same concept. You basically he's gonna like get a Banshee, which is like a flying Covenant vehicle, into a certain corner, and he's gonna shoot it a certain amount of times, and he's gonna be holding the interact key, and whenever the brute inside of it dies, he will be able to board it, which the devs do not want you to do, but that's why you hold the interact key, so then you can get into it before the Banshee explodes.
If you want
Yeah, they definitely did not want you to get a Banshee on this level, but we're gonna do it anyways.
Fun fact,
So
you're
what
supposed to use a tank in this level. That's the only vehicle
Yeah,
you're
that-
technically supposed to use, but we don't use it
Yeah.
at all.
There is a tank on this level, and FYI, but yeah, we just do not use it. And what I did there is I killed a certain ghost and a certain ally because it causes these banshees that are going to be right here to spawn in. And
Be
then
safe.
once they
Gives
spawn
me a
in,
checkpoint.
oh, sliding again for a second.
Uh-oh.
There we
Okay,
go.
we're back.
Okay, yeah, so once they spawn in,
Interesting.
now I'm going to try to lure this banshee
We love
over
MCC.
here. This ghost isn't supposed to be kind of following me here. Hopefully he leaves. Leave me alone, sir, please.
There we go. And if you want to impress your friends by doing this trick, you
There we
can,
Okay, the ghosts are leaving.
yeah, you can just.
Oh, sorry. lagging
MCC's
again.
having a fit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just tell your
MCC is
friends-
not
Yeah.
having a fun time today.
You can hit this trick and then tell your friends that this trick is frame perfect.
MCC's connection is not the best sometimes in co-op.
'Cause
If
this
only
trick
they
is-
had
used to going this
servers for
fast.
co-op, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
going
being
too
speed
fast.
runner.
Yeah, it doesn't know what's going on. This guy's being a
Banshee
little
doesn't.
mean
It
right
sometimes
now.
is a bit hesitant to cooperate. You know,
There
I
we
mean, the
go.
brute doesn't really want this to be happening. So,
Yeah.
he might be a bit resistant, but we'll get him eventually.
Yeah,
Those-
so I got him stuck in like an optimal spot now. So now I'm just gonna shoot his feet. It takes 17 shots with the beam rifle to kill this guy. And then on the frame that he dies, it's not impressive though, because I'm just holding the interact button. But on the frame he dies, basically I'm going to get into the Banshee. Otherwise it would blow up. So yeah, I'm in the Banshee. This is definitely not intended. And then I'm going to hit a checkpoint, port my teammates in. Let's go. Good luck, guys.
Run.
And I'm going to
Very
go
dangerous for
over
us,
this
as you can see.
wall. And basically we skip the entire level and we're in the
Job.
end fight.
Yeah, don't jump
Hold
or
on.
melee when you
Nice.
just fight.
Good job.
Don't
No
jump
jumping or melee.
Yep. Alright.
So,
So
So
we're
here
gonna be
is
doing
the
an
end fight.
fight now.
Should be fun.
Yep. And Rob's gonna be in the Banshee. He cannot leave it because if he exits, that kill thing where the Banshee is not supposed to be taken, it's still active. So if he gets out, the Banshee will explode. And we want the Banshee, so he's got to stay in it the whole time.
So like
And even if he's low health, he has to stay in it. So
Bloop should be going for this Wraith
Bloop's
here.
gonna be boarding the Wraith here, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Boarding the Wraith
I'm gonna be
here,
in
and
boarding
kills it instantly.
Yeah, and it's just clears like this where everyone has a specific position, makes clears go really fast and satisfying to watch.
Yep.
Very
And I
nice.
will say the ODST melee is the strongest weapon in the game because it takes like a bajillion rockets, banshee bombs, you name it, to kill that wraith. But 4 hits from a
Really
fingerless glove, that's all you need. That's all you need.
OP.
Nice kill.
Quite literally. Thank you.
That's the first wave done.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now we're
so
waiting
for the
that,
second wave.
that was the first
Yeah,
wave,
like,
and then
over there,
there's
like,
yeah. I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna be
yeah,
hanging
he's
out here.
helping, but like, it's hard, kind of hard to kill all the enemies in the Banshee because the Banshee might not do like the most damage from enemies and whatever. So it's very nice to have people on the ground, headshotting them and everything. Makes it go
Because
by
I'm
way
like
faster.
low health from doing the trick in the first place, like I'm kind of just chilling in this corner as my
Nice.
teammates who are on foot who have like better angles, kind of kill more of the enemies. I'm just trying to break a few shields here and there if I can, maybe splatter a couple enemies. But yeah, for the most part, I'm playing safe while the rest of my teammates clear everything in the end fight.
There's one
One
jackal
jackal, I
left,
think?
close to
Yep.
you, yeah, right next to you, though.
Yeah,
Finish him off.
got him.
Yep,
I would have
nice.
laughed if he died.
Is that
Yep.
it? Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
That's
Do
it.
you have enough health to get
Good
out,
job,
mate,
boys.
to show that off?
Explosion.
If he gets out, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you saw
if
for
he
a
gets out,
second
the
there
Banshee
in the
just explodes,
cutscene
yeah.
that
Yeah.
there was Banshee debris. So yeah, if I got out there, like I probably would have died. So yeah, just definitely not intended how you're supposed to do that mission.
Yeah, moving on to NPD now after the streets NPD, which is a mission kind of like, well, it's gonna be mostly running through all the main areas at the first parts, and we're gonna be setting back because it's one of those things that's just better solo. And it's gonna be
Yeah,
like
it's
an end fight on
kinda
top
like
of like a
TRE.
rooftop or something like that, and it's like a holdout with banshees and phantoms. You can see something very interesting that we kind of found out during the IO runs of the mission. It's like really funny. It's just weird.
Yeah, you guys, you'll see that in a little bit when we get into the level. Right now, I'm doing some pathing here. Hopefully, there is a ghost. No ghost.
No ghost today.
Sometimes in this street section here, there is a ghost there, which you can board, and then it's faster than the mongoose, so we save a few seconds in future street sections if we get it. But it's just RNG. I think it's like 1 in 5 or something like that.
Bloop should like melee some cones here.
Runner, literally.
Yeah, I'm gonna melee some cones just for fun.
Actually, do not.
So this is an
Uh,
MPD, and once again, Rom's
way of
gonna be leading
coping
us to victory.
while we wait.
Yeah, because we can't do anything, so we just
Oh,
we
also
do
some
this.
cone launches, go off the map, stuff like that.
We play Duck Hunt with the cones.
Yeah, the boys gotta play
Cowbell
mini
helps a
games
lot
out
with,
there. I'm
cones.
also trying to do a cone launch here, which I hit, so it just launches me to the
Nice.
next section here.
You should tell everyone how fun it was to grind IOs with us.
We had so much fun on this mission because we sit here for the first like 2-ish minutes, and then we get to a middle room,
Bunch
and
of
then sit
cones.
again. And then, guess what? He goes again, and then we sit again, and then we get to end fight, and then it's fun. But
And then we
until
die.
that point,
Or like a
Yeah.
phantom soft flux us.
yep.
Oh yeah, so at the end fight, like I said before, there's a bunch of phantoms,
Yeah, don't
banshees.
jump
We actually don't want to kill the phantoms because on LASO, there's some weird thing where it's like a 20% chance about that if you kill a phantom, the pilot, I believe, won't die. Something like that. But if that happens, then you're just soft locked, as in you just cannot complete the mission. So we want to avoid blowing up phantoms if possible.
Yeah, and all your allies in that end fight all have heavy weapons, rocket launchers, lasers, the works. So we just aim to take away all their
This might be
ability to kill
bad.
the phantom.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
How unfortunate.
Unfortunate
part
death
running
there.
through is a bit difficult to do here.
Oh, very good
It
checkpoint
just has
though.
to go as fast as possible, and those drifts have maulers, which is kind of like pocket shotguns. And the chieftain
Yeah.
has a plasma turret. He's very aggressive too. So.
Yeah, the weapons that
You know.
these guys have can just one-shot you if you have no shield. That time I didn't get shot at all, so it was very easy getting past those guys.
That's how RNG goes sometimes in Halo.
Watch the nade.
Watch the
Yes.
nade.
Watch the nade. Yeah.
Grenade.
That grunt loves
Good.
That's
nades.
still very scary.
We'll call it that nade all the time because many of us have gotten stuck by that name. I'm not going to name names.
This
Yeah,
cave-
that's
this,
one of those
uh,
situations where the nade is aimed for me, but then my teammates in the back like will get stuck with it. Yeah, so that's the reason why we
Like,
typically
I'm
run through areas, but this is the final fight here, so yeah, we need all 4 people here to
This beam
really
we're
speed
walking
this
on
up.
is supposed to like shake around. It's like it's supposed to be some banshees that fly past us, which hit like the cables and make it shake around. It's all scary and stuff. If we just walk on the left side, it just skips that. So, you know, it's
Yep,
it's all good.
Bungie put a trigger like way off to the right, and we could just kind of skirt by it to the left.
Anyways, yeah, now we get to show off the thing we found out with the
Ciao.
banshees.
we got
The
left-
plasma pistol has like an EMP feature, which got implemented in Halo 3 and onwards, where if you overcharge a Banshee, like any vehicle, it just falls. It's disabled, and there's like a kill barrier below us, which will make it so when they fall, they die.
Don't get beamed. if you need help.
Yeah, so the intended way to kill these banshees is supposed to be these missile pods and stuff. You know, they give you lasers, which I'm using the laser because it is useful. But the missile pods, due to the tough luck skull, enemies with the tough luck skull, they want to dodge explosions. So the missile pod actually is really slow at killing the banshees.
Here we go, phantoms.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna be
sorry.
doing the
I
lineup
will
here to
stop
try to-
talking.
I have the
Just wanna do
lineup.
To
something.
shoot the Phantom
Okay, I
here
get you.
that's on our left side. And since Cowbell kind of pushes objects and things like that, whenever the Phantom comes up, you'll be able to see that the Phantom got pushed
Right.
in such a way that the enemies...
Just fall.
They just
Doesn't matter.
fall right off.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
The
Now we
power
don't
of
have to do it.
cowbell slightly moves the phantoms so that yeah, all the enemies just fall off the map.
The things
Okay,
that
where did my
Raw's
laser
found
go?
is just amazing. It's so funny. It's amazing that Raw's been able to find these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all of it has been me. Like, you know, we have definitely
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
plasma pistol strat was found through co-op. And
Reflections?
yeah. Was it reflection? I was thinking it was like either reflections or
Reflections,
toy,
I think.
but yeah.
Those
So
are
yeah,
Reflections,
like a lot of strats have been found through co-op, so I appreciate all the like anybody that's done co-op with me in this game. But yeah, a lot of the routing in this game I kind of like did solo. So I just love seeing this game like this fast at this point now. And once again, I appreciate the boys for actually like playing with me. So
Yeah. Definitely awesome to see
We
LASO get some
didn't-
more love. Love
we
that
didn't have
deserves,
this plasma
especially on
pistol,
ODST, which is a game that I believe is very underappreciated. So, you know, it's awesome that we're able to show this off here.
If we didn't have this plasma pistol strat, this invite would be a lot longer. Because Banshees
Yeah,
would be dying.
these Banshees are very, they're very resistant to dying to the missile pods. And the EMPs kill them instantly, so...
Yep. It taking
yeah,
4 shots.
and the way this section works is essentially there's like 3 or 4 waves of phantoms that are supposed to come in, drop off enemies and stuff like that. But essentially,
That does
the
nothing.
fastest way to speed it up is to kill banshees. It's scripted that at the end of every wave or phantom section, if there's 2 or less banshees alive, then it'll go to the
Stick
next
to it.
scripted section. So that's the reason why we're mainly focusing the banshees. Besides that, if we actually kill the phantoms on LASO, there is like a weird 1 in 5 chance, kind of, that the phantoms will like not fully
More
blow
PP.
up.
I'm out of PP.
And yeah, it's just some weird effect with the skulls. So we avoid killing them. If anybody's wondering why we're not killing the phantoms, just because we don't want to soft lock the game.
Yeah.
By the way,
and-
Rob, did you get Ghost on MS5 or no?
No, unfortunately, it wasn't there.
Okay. Yeah, so the pathing Raw did on the streets before this was to try to get a Ghost, which... Basically, you do lose time grabbing it in the streets, but on the next 2 streets after this, you actually do save time. So,
Next
you know,
Phantom,
it's
I think?
It's worth it
No,
overall.
it's not in
Yeah,
there.
it should be coming
The
shortly.
last Phantom here, we can actually blow up, so Raw's gonna be trying to kill it, so then the rest of the brutes can't get out in time. And we just
Yeah,
pick
there is a
pistols.
way to like really fast kill this phantom so that no brutes drop out, but it's scary because
Grab the last pistol over.
you can soft lock your game doing it. I'm gonna let half the brutes out and then kill the phantom.
One
And then yeah,
And
we just gotta
Cowbell can
kill.
make these guys kind of fall off the map, a bunch of them too, which is what happened
Yeah.
here.
And we just gotta kill the 4 brutes. I'm gonna
Whoa,
let
there's
them
a
do it
grunt.
because I don't have the weapons, and I'm just gonna stand up here for the
That's it.
trigger.
And
yeah,
Very
I will
nice.
say,
Could be good. Yeah, there we go.
and
That's
this
the
will be
end
a good
of
time for that break
the level.
you were talking
Yeah,
about.
and then this
Yeah.
is where we should take the break.
Awesome. Yeah, we can definitely do that. So we're going to go ahead and pause the timer, folks. This is a time we're going to take a quick break. We're big on health and wellness here at Games Done Quick, and we want to encourage you all to do what we're going to do, which is to take a quick break, get some water, stretch your legs, do whatever you got to
Be
do,
right
and
back.
we will be back in just a little bit. Welcome back to Crosshair here on the GDQ Hotfix. We are knee deep into our run of Halo 3 ODST, and we are going to get things started back up again to finish this run out. Gentlemen, whenever you are ready, count us down and let's do this.
Go
All
ahead.
right, sweet. Yeah, so 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Let's do this.
One of those streets missions, and we'll just be going to the next artifact, and we're on a very unique and interesting mission called Kigawani Station. It's
Yep.
definitely a fan favorite, just not even in the ODST, but in the entire Halo franchise, really. One of the only missions that has the environment it does have, and it's like Banshees. There isn't really a
No
mission
delay.
tailored for Banshees in the way that
Let's go.
Kiko is. So the environment, just the fights you can have, and the using Banshees and all that, it's pretty cool. And we're gonna be breaking mission a lot.
Yeah. The break
This
that we
mission,
found.
you're supposed to be doing a lot of stuff that we just do
Yeah.
not do.
The break that we found was about, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago we found it. It used to be a full path mission, but around 3 years ago we found a little trick to the out of bounds, and ever since this mission has been pushed to its limits, especially for the normal categories, easy and ledge. It's been pushed to
There's
its limits.
even faster strats as well for
Yeah.
getting out of bounds, really. But the one
Yeah,
that
there
Raw's gonna
are
be doing
even
is just the most
faster.
consistent.
Yeah, there's even faster ways to do this level. But for LASO, it's pretty scary to do.
Don't jump.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
jump melee.
good call. But yeah, so we're still gonna be going out of bounds though. We're still gonna be breaking this level wide open. But there is a slightly faster way to do it as well, which is pretty cool. The other things with this level is it's one of those levels where all 4 co-op people have a job, so it's just really cool to see that at first they're going to be kind of chilling as I do the out of bounds, but later all 4 of them are going to be hitting different triggers, so we can get through the level very quickly.
All good. Yeah, well good. Cool. Oh yeah, there's a little cubby over here. Oh, Pure Odds, watch out.
We're good.
I'm gonna watch
So, yeah.
this right now.
Right now, I'm not where the devs really intended, and then there's a barrier here, but you can kind of flip your wing and then barrel roll out and push your Banshee all the way down to the water. Because if I got back in my Banshee right now, basically I would soft lock. As well as there's a barrier here that a 1 pixel barrier that if you walk into, you get soft locked. So I just have to jump over that. And then, yeah, my Banshee's...
a couple times doing that.
Yeah, it's a 1 pixel barrier, but somehow I always happen to hit it.
It
There's
does
a
catch
new
you off
runner.
guard sometimes,
Yeah, there's a new runner that kind of started picking up the game, and he doesn't even look at the lineup and just jumps down and hits it every time. So I'm kind of jealous, but so
you can see the bunch of tasks here that all the players are gonna be doing. So we got John going down to a certain area, and Bloop also going down to a certain area.
So what I do
Loads,
here-
triggers, all that stuff.
Yep. I hit some loads here to progress the level, and then once I am in here, Raw will port me above here, and then John below will load the rest of the map, and then we'll just kind of fly to the end here, go over the middle.
Yep.
And then we'll port our non-Banshee player here, and then we continue to the edge of the mission here, and I'm gonna skip all the stuff and just go completely out of my way, out of
Me and
bounds
Raw
to
hit
Cylles.
2 triggers through the wall, and Bloop is going to the end of the
Yeah,
map.
straight to the
and
end
hit
of
the
the
split
map.
houses, the explosive things that end the mission.
Yeah,
Yep.
end this mission in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Definitely not intended. So
Definitely
it's
not
just
intended.
Very nice.
just really cool if you see all 4 point of views of that mission, because just everybody's hitting a whole bunch of stuff, and it just works perfectly that you can just beat the mission super quick.
And that's the crazy thing. There's faster strats still. Like we didn't even do the faster
Yeah.
Yeah,
strats.
it's insane.
You can push this level like to like low 1 minute time, like with everyone. It's been crazy. All right.
So now we
now
have
we're
the
gonna go
Moving on
data
longest.
hive.
to data
The
Yeah.
hive,
hardest.
so
Wait, you got the hardest
the
mission
flashback
first.
missions, the flashback missions are all done. So we are back to being the rookie for the last two missions, and the last two missions are definitely some of the most difficult in the game in a way. Data hive is, I mean, it's kind of like easy if you're going slow, but no, the speed running is not about going slow. So you might have some difficulties here, but sometimes they might go well.
So Ra's gonna go ahead and lead here. Once again, this is kind of one of those missions similar to Kazinga and Teari at the beginning of the run, where Ra kind of just takes the lead because once again, with all the skull modifiers, this map is nothing but tight hallways. Like if you look at my screen, this little doorway here is kind of the average hallway you get in this mission. So as you can see, there's really not a lot of room to maneuver. So you'll see Ra going through here once he gets to the next parts, and you'll see why that we only have him kind of lead us through this mission. There are a few ports that we utilize, but those don't come until a little bit later.
If you're claustrophobic, this mission probably might scare you a little bit, especially on LASO, catch and everything. You can
Oh,
just
yeah.
being crammed
Nice
into
launch.
those hallways
Thank
and
you.
everything like that. Yep, also, cones do push you as well. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's
ODSTs are light.
tons of cones. There's tons of cones in this level, and on other difficulties they use more. So like I mentioned, like Lasso is cool where you get more momentum off of the cones. However, you're because of the black eye skull, your health doesn't regen unless you pick up medkits or melee enemies. So you can only do a certain amount of boosts. Otherwise, you're probably gonna die to like the nade damage. So it's a
Also with
fine line,
cowbell,
like a balance.
also with cowbells, a lot of the lunges that one might do, like the debris lunges, they're actually more likely to kill you than not. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's better to not go for them.
Construction ahead. Expect delays.
They're gonna be ported here.
And
Boss
as you
is
can
be
tell,
running
all
through.
these hallways are super small.
Yeah.
So
Don't jump melee just in case.
Yeah,
Just
see,
in
all
case.
of us-
through, and yep, they're gonna be sitting here and waiting. Once
Yeah,
again,
like, I don't-
this mission is very solo based because, like Bloop said before, the hallways are just very small and everything. Imagine cramming all 4 players through these hallways with nades flying that can insta kill you, just boot
Chain
shots and all
reactions,
that stuff.
Yeah, chain reactions, just asking you everything.
And reactions,
it's
all that.
It's not a fun time for co-op. So
Definitely a better thing to do solo instead of with all of us. We do come in later, but it's mostly a solo mission.
The next mission after this, though, we all once again kind of have our roles that we need to do. So we just kind of get through this mission slowly but surely. There's going to be a few heavy combat areas, and I don't know if we're going to do the trick at the end. We'll see when we get there. But yeah, right now it's kind of dependent on whether the brutes are nice or not. So you kind of have to rely a little bit on enemy RNG to not mess with what we need for the trick, because we need a box that kind of sends it. But there
Yeah.
is a trick coming before that Ron will kind of showcase as we go about
As
here,
John was
which we call
saying
You're Out.
on Oni, the hammer will also come in handy there because you could be doing a box launch, which is basically you go walk up against like a box basically, and it's be positioned in a certain way. You go walk up against it and you jump and hammer. The box will kind of boot. Like I don't know what it is, but it hits you and you get launched.
It's a prop
It's like
launch.
one of those things where yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where cowbell might affect you negatively because you might get too much speed and just flatter.
Oh, that's a little
Just
scary. Ah, yeah.
So
Brute shot
Hopefully,
guy.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
it sucks.
came out quickly. Hopefully, I got a decent checkpoint. I don't know, right? Oh,
even
there's a
solo, this mission is
right
tough to
before
go faster.
the death. That's
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
good checkpoint.
A convenient.
The bubble shield is so another as you can tell, these hallways are very awkward to fight in. Like he dropped a bubble shield there. If he didn't push and just sat in the bubble shield the whole time, I basically would just lose 20 seconds because I can't really push into him because he's a brute shot guy. Very scary to be close quarters. So yeah, the combat in this level is out of plasma pistol. This is also Scary. I gotta try to adapt here. Oh, please.
Oh,
Raw
Got a
is
plasma
dancing with
pistol.
death right now.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness, you.
Like,
nice.
Whoa, it is
clutched up
such
so
an
Very
hard there.
scary.
Yeah, that
Very
was scary. This mission, even solo, as you can see,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not a
stay
forgiving
back,
mission.
Stay back.
Oh yeah. Good call, good call.
I think you want to.
Yeah, we're good.
I got
Basically,
two.
what Raw does here is kind of like whenever we enter this room, if he goes left a certain way, there's supposed to be like 9 routes or something on the other side of this hallway, like a lot of routes. But if we do that, they just despawn. That we have no idea why it happens. It's weird
Yeah, it's
because
just
if
funny
you kind of
enough.
sit there and look in the map, they are there. But whenever you go like towards the left side, they're just gone.
Yeah, for whatever reason, there's a deload where all you have to do the deload is just walk left in that room. Like, that's literally it, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, this game is less than perfect. We'll say that, less than perfect. As much as
Quite
we
a little
love our Halos, they make the reason that we can do half the stuff we
Shoot
can
accent.
do. The reason we can do half the tricks, half the out of bounds, half the sequence breaks that we do is because it's not perfect. So it has its charm. Like a lot of these
Yeah,
strats
Loki
make
is going
people
to be
wanty.
doing sorry,
No, go ahead. You're good.
Okay, yeah. The section Raw is about to be doing here, and the section he died to, I believe, is called sub-level 9, which is like the level that we're on of this mission. It's very difficult to do because he's not trying to kill anyone really, besides like a certain amount of enemies to make roots push up. And he's gonna just be running through when it's like, I don't know, an innumerable amount of roots. Then
Yeah,
they can
like, look
just
at all these
absolutely
guys
destroy.
here. The last time I got unlucky because I had a brute shot spawn. This time he had just like an easier weapon. But essentially, there's all those brutes there, and they kind of sit there. But if you kill 3 enemies, and luckily there's 3 grunts right there, it causes the enemies to kind of walk forward, and then you can run around the wall, like kind of ring around the rosy them, and just skip all of them if you play it correctly.
It's also very helpful too, since it makes them dodge, so they won't be shooting boot shots.
Yeah, like there I'm not throwing nades to kill those guys. I'm just throwing nades to make them dodge and abuse the tilt skull.
We have to
Use
check
could
one.
be
I have
one
no
called,
PP, so
drown
somebody has
clear,
to
and,
break. Somebody has to break the brute.
I can get him.
Okay, nice.
Never mind, I lied.
got flame nades too. Flame nades are very helpful when it comes to jackals because they have that shield that they can't be faltered on LASO because of the tilt skull. Flame nades just ignore that and they just burn.
Yep, flame
Yeah,
nades
and
are definitely a... Oh my.
I just realized, like, I've been trying to avoid saying PP because that's basically a plasma pistol is what we call like short form
Yeah.
for PP. So
Yeah.
I've been just trying to call it a plasma pistol for stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you heard me say I have no PP, that's why.
Yeah. it's we're a little immature, but we have our fun.
Yeah, it's just short form for plasma pistol.
Yeah, like for example, there's another gun in this game that also is called by its analogy. It's called a brute plasma rifle, and who the heck wants to say that? Come on now, BPR is way easier to say. Totally doesn't make it convoluted or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially when
that's
you're talking to
good.
someone that doesn't know anything about the game really, and you like say like, "Oh yeah, what's your favorite weapon?" And you say that, it's just like, huh?
Oh, I got chain reacted there, unfortunately. This level is
very dangerous.
Yeah, usually I don't die on this level, but I mean things happen. Like the hallways are just so tight. There's multiple explosions. Getting a little unlucky on this level, but you gotta get unlucky somewhere. And for us, like the rest of the run has been really good. So
Yeah, Data Hive really amps up the difficulty, not only due to LASO being difficult as a whole, but also, like we said earlier, tight, cramped hallways, chain reactions, lots of nades. Things cannot be worse for you on this level, to be honest. Other than dying, of course. But other than that, it kind of
Doing a
just...
great job outside of that, so.
You know, it just shows how tanky you can be in ODST and how you can run through things. But you always run through things in a kind of a strategic way. Where, there's health packs around, you use nades to make people dodge, stuff like that. There's like a strategic way where you can just run through all these enemies and, not die.
yeah, some of the other Halo games, if you're playing LASO, you're very like weak. Yeah,
Yeah.
you like one
Halo 2,
like one
yeah.
bullet, one sniper shot, like you're dead. In this game, it's more forgiving, but because it's more forgiving, like it's still hard, don't get me wrong, but because it's more forgiving, you can go fast essentially in a lot of sections, which is really nice.
That makes sense.
There you go. Nice
It makes it a really good speedrunning game, like this LASO specifically, because like they said, Halo 2, Halo 3, heck, even Halo 4, you're marginally weaker than this game. Like you can tank a lot of shots in this game. Like if you ever see someone trying to give an example of like, oh, how fast can you die on LASO?
I missed
ODST, you
it.
can.
Almost.
Aw, good try.
So yeah, what
Oh,
I'm
yeah, the
going
trick
for
he was
right
going
now
for
is a
here
trick called
was,
D route.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a trick called D route where I'm shooting a barrier to get it weak, and then throwing a nade, combining it with a brute shot, in order to get enough height. For some reason, I'm messing this up, but it basically launches you up there, and you skip a lot of the enemies, or well, all the enemies, honestly. This section would be like a nightmare if you didn't skip all these drones above, and that's probably what most people like remember about this game. There we go. That's how it's supposed to
Nice. Well done.
go.
Very nice.
Okay. Let's see.
No,
feel
go
like,
ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like Kid Trouble's somewhere in chat smiling at you found D-Row.
I know.
on.
So that trick's honestly like really easy. But just if you don't practice it that much, you kind of it's a muscle memory feeling kind of thing. But it is pretty lenient. Somehow I mess it up though during runs. So
Good.
Not to interrupt you, but can you like pause before you go through the door and you get caught?
yeah, yep.
And I will say, this section that we're in right now is usually filled to the brim with buggers. Like, all these little hives that you see, all that's usually a bugger spawn, but since we skip an elevator ride, which is why we do D-Route, it doesn't hit a load trigger that activates the buggers. It kind of just skips that all, and we're able to just waltz through that area without any resistance at all.
Those, with a chieftain and
Yeah, so I'm
Here's
gonna
the
be
hand.
trying to like manipulating the
over.
chieftain to give me a good. Okay, for some reason he's just
He doesn't
ignoring
care.
me.
He does not
He's,
care.
I've
he's
never-
not interested whatsoever.
I've never
What is
seen
he
this
doing?
before.
I've never seen this either.
Oh, he's interested.
Can you guys kill
now.
these brutes? Can you guys shoot these
Yeah.
brutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
He's coming
I,
out,
like,
just,
He's just aura walking. Like I don't know. He just nothing bothered him.
he's cool or something.
It's crazy. He was aura farming, dude. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Dude, he's
There's
like,
one more brute. If you guys can help me with this guy. Okay.
and Ron's
nice.
gonna do a
Cool.
lineup here, which sets up this box for a later trick that we're about to do.
And I'm gonna, if he shoots it, I'm gonna fix it with my plasma pistol.
I'm gonna step in front of him.
Up, and
Totally the greatest.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as the brutes, when we come out, don't just brute shies to
Welcome.
hell.
Access granted.
Hopefully this should work fine. So we need to get Dare, which is a teammate here, and also
Yep.
Virgil, which is the engineer that we're about to pick up here. And we need to get them. We need to get Dare stuck in the corner, and we need to get Virgil stuck. Like we just got to launch him up into
Might
the
not
air.
work. Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Dare's in the corner,
And
Virgil's
there
on
Uh,
gets sent from the ceiling.
now
melee,
we
don't worry.
have to go
Yeah, don't melee jump.
towards the box. And we'll also be doing the hammer launch I was talking about earlier. And, hopefully with cowbell it should be fine. Also, these boots don't absolutely destroy
Yeah.
us.
Essentially, this will skip the whole end fight if I'm able to do it.
Nice.
Oh, I splattered.
Let's
But
try. Aw.
Hopefully you got the
no, it was
checkpoint.
close. Yeah. Hopefully we got a checkpoint here. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice,
Good
good checkpoint.
checkpoint. Yeah.
I'm
With
gonna keep an eye on
cowbell,
the
Not
it-
aggressive boots either.
with cowbell, you can get a lot of speed here. So you're at risk of splattering.
Nice.
I
Nice.
it might have worked.
That should have worked.
No, it didn't work because I got too much height.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably. I don't know if we have the full
We have
clear.
to clear this? We
We
might.
might have to. It might have given me the checkpoint here. Oh no,
Nope,
never mind.
nice.
Okay.
Try it again.
Okay.
Good luck.
And then yeah, there's like another finicky thing there where if you like kind of get too much height and like bounce, it's
Oh my-
happen again.
Oh,
If you get
man.
too much height and bounce around, then you have to land down low in order to actually hit the trigger or like kind of skip it. So this is just really finicky with cowbell. Like you got to do it
Even
pretty
though, like I
precisely.
said,
Oh,
Cowbell
this
is
might
very,
work.
not great.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, the door opened. So we skipped it.
Here,
Watch
the
nade,
grunts
watch
are going to
nade.
be throwing a bunch of grenades here, so it's going to be a bit hard to, get past to. We all need to be here with Raw, or else the mission won't end, which is why we have to kind of run past all those enemies. But we all got through, so we are pretty much done with Data Hive. It's going to be
And
a
we're
bit
on
of a warp
to
here that Raw's
Coastal.
going to do to warp Virgil
Yeah.
into the elevator at the end. And it's a bit finicky, but I mean, it's just a weird, like, soft lock-ish prevention in a way. Where if you look away from them and you look like at a certain area, they'll teleport. So you look away from the elevator at the end, and then you look towards it at a certain point, and then Virgil will be in the elevator, and it just ends the mission.
Yeah, so Virgil just warps here, and he's the key to open this door. So we just gotta wait a second for this kind of like cutscene, and then yeah, as Cylles said, I'll be warping them into the elevator. Essentially, even though they're not on like your screen, they're behind walls and stuff like that. As long as you're looking at the direction of an ally, they stay in that position. But if nobody, so all four of us are not looking at them, they will kind of teleport near you. It's like an anti-soft lock thing. So we're gonna just abuse that here to just get Virgil to warp a little bit ahead of us, and
That's
we can skip
basically,
this whole area.
Yep, that's basically why we all have our heads jamming doors and walls, is so we can look away from Virgil. So, the thing that Law's doing is to make sure it works, because if we're looking at him, it won't work. That's why we have to look away. All of us need to do it. Law's gonna be
Yeah,
looking
so
away
right now I'm
here while
looking
walking
backwards towards Virgil.
You pass
And
the
then I'm gonna
forklift and
look
all that,
away,
and
and then
he
he
turns around.
teleports right here.
And that's the mission.
And now we're on the
Last mission, which is definitely the bane of some people's existence in trying to
Yeah.
complete this. Trying to complete LASO.
If
You know,
you're a
like,
Halo
some people might
player,
remember
you
this as-
probably
Coastal
this
Highway,
level
love
gives
it.
you nightmares.
I'm gonna to get
Um,
Rockets, John.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
doing a trick to skip most of it. Well, it's still like this trick that we're gonna be doing is some people call it the hardest like trick in the whole Halo franchise. So it's pretty cool when we do it.
Very brutal.
But yeah, very punishing trick, and even doing this level like normally is very brutal on LASO as well. Yeah, when most people think about ODST, they think about this level.
So it's a
just
nightmare no matter what
brutal.
you do.
Yeah,
Yep, doesn't
exactly.
matter if-
Casually,
except for
speed
easy.
run,
Yeah.
it's a nightmare.
I mean, even easy, it is a
Even not
nightmare.
even just on LASO, on legendary, easy if you're trying to go fast, LASO, it's all just a nightmare. Even with this trick, it's still one of the longest missions in the entire game. Not the entire game, the entire franchise. Sorry.
It's about 25% of the speed run.
And there, I just
That's
did
what I
another
mean, yeah.
Virgil warp,
Yeah, it's pretty
which is
good.
why
That
you can
warp is
see
a bit
people
more
looking.
dangerous because Buck and they are going to be throwing grenades, and if it sends Virgil flying, and that's a soft lock right there. So dangerous to do that, but as you can see, it went fine.
Yeah, avoided the soft lock.
So the main reason that Coastal is so dangerous is not because of you dying; it's because of Virgil and Dare dying.
Take the wheel, rookie.
So
Yeah, essentially,
That was back, we're good.
yeah. So essentially, this mission is a one big escort mission, which escort missions also another thing that speedrunners hate. So yeah, you can imagine why this level is just a nightmare. It's like you got to stay alive as well as you got to keep that big like tank-looking thing that I drove by alive as well. So yeah, it's just a big escort mission.
I don't have pistol,
How she made
so,
Seem Tanky
uh-oh.
on the later doors, she is
Oh, I
pretty
didn't-
much equivalent to
Yep.
paper mache.
I don't know how many plasmas I have.
Two
Oh,
doors.
that might be
That's
bad.
very just
Yeah,
very
that's-
brutal. That's
we
gotta reset this.
All good.
That's unfortunate.
yeah, so unfortunately,
I
was gonna say
the
just
hog
run to the wall.
landed there. Yeah.
Yeah, I also
I went
only
to the
have.
wall, and that's what
It's
happened.
good to know. I only have 2 plasmas, so I am gonna need to get 1 plasma.
All right, shotgun.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so that was basically the premise of this trick is we are laundering one hog out the map onto his ramp on the right side. And ideally we want to get it all the way up to a certain point where the soft lock barrier or whatever, or the elastic barrier is not it's past the barrier basically. And then we can start driving it. And afterwards we're gonna be laundering a second hog with Raw in it of the map as well. Then he can get out of that hog and start driving that hog, and triggers along the highway, basically. First, we need to get the
This
first
will
hog out
work.
the
Nice,
map,
sounds
in which
fine.
case this should be just fine.
That's
Nice.
There we
go.
Nades on me. Nades on me.
There, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
on
good.
me.
That's
I'm
fine.
shooting
Okay,
it's
I'll-
sliding. It's
Is it
sliding. Oh
Oh,
god.
it's sliding.
You want me to rocket it?
It's
I
still
don't, yeah,
sliding?
rocket it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can rocket it, I'm reloading right now. Okay.
Wait. Stop.
That's fine.
Okay, we're
That's
fine.
good.
Oh, that's close.
Okay, nice.
You got nades?
So if you see where I'm aiming, those 3 lines are basically the absolute lowest you can have this first warthog. Anything lower than that, and this trick won't work. So we got really lucky here, and as you can see, it's right on the ledge. And now here's
It's
gonna be
around
hog
the point
2.
where
Yeah, I'm ready whenever.
Don't jump in melee. We got it.
Oh, lag.
grenade
Oh,
here.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay,
Besides
we're
the
good.
lag, we'll also
There
be throwing
we go.
grenades here into the sky to land behind the hog, and then he's gonna get into it after throwing 1 plasma.
Oh.
And he's gonna
First
get
try,
sent
maybe?
over the last one. Get first try.
Yes.
Let's go.
First
get
try.
out of here.
Let's go.
Oh. It's
Nice.
just
go,
Good
Rob.
cock.
I can't
Yeah, you
expect
gotta
Yeah.
have a precise
Breaking
nade
the
line up
elastic
there
barrier.
Yeah, I
to
don't feel
get the
this.
hog out. And then, yes, this hog is
Now
good.
he
So,
is free. He is out.
yeah, basically
he's
we
outta
use
here.
the first hog to break through the elastic barrier, and then we have this second hog waiting for us to actually do the out of bounds driving. And now, clearly you're not supposed to be up here. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm going to be hitting triggers in a very specific way. It's going to look like I'm just driving, but in certain sections I gotta do like very precise driving like movements. Like the trigger here is just in the middle here, so this one's easy. The next one is also in the middle, but I'm skipping getting out because of a co-op thing where Bloop is going to be getting into a mongoose and hitting a load for me.
Woo! Gotta not die
Yeah,
first,
gotcha.
but I'm good.
Don't forget to get the
The
rockets.
second trigger here is
Yeah.
a trigger where Rom would need to jump onto a side platform, which looks like the ramp that we did highway skip off of, pretty much. That we launched the hog to, but what we found out ourselves actually is driving a mongoose or whatever, just being in that general area where the side platform is, hits the trigger for him. So it just saves a couple seconds, and no one else actually does it besides us. So we're
Yeah,
actually
well,
the ones
we
that
found
discovered
it
this on that
literally,
map.
3 weeks ago. I mean, it saves like 5 seconds or 10 seconds because we're going to do it again. But yeah, it's a little strat that we ourselves found out, the LASO squad, so it's kind of cool.
Also, another reason, the main reason why highway skip is so brutal in both Legendary and LASO is because while Raw's gonna be doing all this driving on top of the highway, they're in the Elephant, which is what she's driving, is driving along, and she has no protection basically. Like she might actually die here.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
little scary.
I don't like how she loves her. Oh.
Yeah, she. Okay, I don't know. But
That's not,
yeah, she has no protection because normally. If
Oh,
we
she
were
did
in-
die.
Yeah, we got lucky.
That's crazy. That's really
Oh,
unlucky.
yeah,
That's really
that's
unlucky.
really unlucky. I don't know how she died.
Yeah, she
yeah,
must
the
have
example
got
right there.
stuck.
If she dies, the mission just we just revert they died. So even though we're not dead, like it's over pretty much. Since we're not there to protect her, basically for the most part, he kind of just we have to pray that she lives.
Which section
Sometimes
is?
it's
I think this is the
More difficult
side
in other
load.
sections, but here she's entirely fine.
Sometimes I get confused, unfortunately, if we do reset because all the outside looks the same. But yeah, okay, I know where I am. Yeah, but essentially, like her protection. Normally, you would be on the highway, like making sure enemies aren't shooting her. If you're doing this like full path normally, what we're doing though, or the way that we're kind of protecting her here, is we're going so fast that we're kind of trying to teleport her away from enemies. Because we're hitting these triggers so fast, she just keeps teleporting forward, and every time she teleports, she gets her full health back. So that's
So the next
kind of how it
doors
works
that
here,
are-
but you can still get
The
unlucky.
next doors that are coming up are definitely the most dangerous doors. Probably the scariest doors for anyone that was playing this game.
The Rock of the Shade.
And do Coastal and LASO, or even Legendary sometimes, just casually and whatever. So this door here is very dangerous. The door afterwards is very dangerous. Just
That's fine. So we
Yeah.
want to check. You want the checkpoint here, Cylles, and then.
she has a high chance of dying. door she's the most likely to die in, so hopefully it goes well, but in case it
And I'm
doesn't,
doing a
we
tactic.
actually want to prevent a checkpoint, because if we get a checkpoint while she's getting melted, we can actually soft lock pretty much. The only way to save that is if we double leap it, which is slow, of course.
Yeah, and this door, the driving that I have to do here is pretty precise. I gotta go around the front here at like a certain speed, and I did it.
So we have to hope Dea lives. We
Very
hope Dea
nice.
lives here. You can,
Hopefully,
you can
sometimes
just die here.
opens,
It's
sometimes it's door opens.
we're just praying.
Don't
right
kill
now.
yourself, John.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm trying to get the door to open. Oh,
Oh, she's full health. We should be good.
that could be a lot. That could be
So
a
what
lot.
I
We're gonna wait
did
for her to
there,
teleport though.
yeah. So what I did there was I drew aggro away from
Come on.
all the stuff. So
I
Ra's
died.
over here. Oh no.
I'm kind of weak. I got shot a lot, which was not really my fault. Okay, I know where I am.
Okay,
Actually, I
sucks.
might not get shot. No, I got shot here
What
again.
Bloop was doing there was one. He's actually doing two things at once there. So that door is basically it's like 4 banshees or whatever, maybe more. I don't remember, but they kind of get attracted onto Raw, which is driving like up top on the highway around where the banshees are, and if they start shooting at him, you know, it's cow.
Oh, I got mortared.
Bloop
Fuck.
just but either way, yeah, there's you know, it's cowbell. He can get pushed off the map, and it's kind of the highest difficulty in terms of damage. You can
Okay,
also
I
just
didn't
die, so
get shot
Bloop
at all this
is-
time, so I should be good.
Bloop's hitting the side trigger, like the
Sorry.
first one earlier, and he's also.
I'm trying to draw aggro
here.
here. Yep.
He's also trying to draw aggro on the Wraith door here, so Dea has a high chance of living. Even still, it's, you know, just up to RNG.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, like this is pretty much supposed to be an IL only strat, or it was an IL only strat for like the longest time. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So yeah, that's the reason why we reset. But still, even with these resets, like it's gonna save multiple minutes. Like this trick, if you do it optimally over full path, probably at least for LASO, probably saves like 7 minutes or so.
Wow.
So it's
Hopefully
yeah,
she-
it's a
oh,
large
okay.
time save.
Massive. Hopefully she lives here.
Come on. Board,
We just
board,
need
It's
to
a bit
teleport and then
scary.
we'll be good. This is,
She
yeah,
board-
this is the scary part.
I'm trying to get
If she
attention.
forced, we're good, but
Yeah,
we
she
have to.
boarded, okay.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, I teleported in.
No.
Oh no.
We got
Oh,
you.
no,
Yeah,
man.
that's one of
Yeah,
those
so,
things where the
yeah.
trigger you gotta hit is like pretty
Okay, we did get
precise. Oh,
This
this
is a good
checkpoint.
checkpoint. Good checkpoint.
It's pretty good.
Highway skip is really hard. It's a lot of precise trigger manipulation, and there are certain areas where you can't even see because all the trigger volumes are invisible. That you can just get ported in by a pixel, and you wouldn't even You wouldn't be able to even
we're
know.
good again. We're good.
Yeah,
Shot a lot.
that port is like the last.
I,
port.
I'm getting the attention.
Yeah, that port
That's
is
like
the
the end, pretty much. Like at this point, we're mostly done as long as Raw doesn't get shot here. and everything.
I'm alive. I'm good. I'm
yeah, He's
good.
good. Okay.
We did get kind
Alright,
of.
so yeah, what Bloop was doing there was distracting the Banshees, making sure they don't shoot at Raw, and as you can see, it worked pretty well.
I died.
Oh,
Oh,
good die.
no.
Did
Oh
you?
no.
Tragic.
It's
Mission.
that is
Yeah,
unfortunate.
this mission is not easy. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Far from it
like-
actually.
Yeah. Like we definitely have done attempts of this level, deathless, like IL pace and stuff like that, but yeah, just
Ow.
it's a lot of luck required, especially like it being an escort mission, as I said. Like, you know, there's elements even out of our control if our AI teammate dies and stuff like that. So
Yep.
Yeah, and I just have to hope not to get shot here. Like, I'm just trying to get.
I'm good.
Okay.
Alright, there we go. Hopefully. we
Where's
should
this Banshee
okay.
shooting me? Okay, I'm alive.
It's weird. We should be all good now as long as Bloop doesn't die.
I'm playing dodge the
That's
shot.
pretty much
I'm
all the
scared.
main
Oh,
scary
no.
parts of the highway all done, but yeah, it's you guys could probably see this mission is brutal. Just,
Yeah, this
especially
is-
those main sections. Pretty much everyone says like this
Stop it.
mission is just like this mission alone is what makes ODST so difficult, really. And
Yeah, and like
please
this
me.
mission's
Oh, thank
way
gosh.
way harder than like
So scary.
on easy or ledge. Like I mean, don't get me wrong, this trick is hard as well on easy and ledge, but
Alright, Buck, I
it's
need
even
my
harder
gun.
on LASO just because Even Banshee bullets, like not just explosions, but just the bullets of a Banshee shooting your hog has the cowbell effect. So if they shoot you and push you off the map, like you can die that way as well. Okay, did a little front wheelie thing there, but we'll carry on. Yeah, there's just a lot that can go wrong on this level, but we're pretty much home clear at this point. There's a couple of more triggers I need to hit, but there's nothing really shooting at me, so.
Also, someone else to mention, there's also just a chance that they can just die to literally nothing.
This is true. She can die to the car explosion.
She can literally die to Finian. It's great.
Very weak. It's just.
It was an old glitch, I believe,
mission.
like back in the day, where whenever they stop and everything, Virgil with like the boom skull, Virgil can just die. Which
Yep.
I didn't really play back then, so I wouldn't know anything. But that was like a thing back in the day.
This is another risky door. This last door is also the last crux door, so hopefully she makes it here. That's not a good sign.
Which doesn't die here.
Yeah, as long as she doesn't die.
How is
She
nice, let's go.
That's
There
the
we
last
go.
trigger.
Gee.
Yeah,
And we're done with the highway
We have the end fight to
section.
do still, but when it comes to doing highway skip and everything, we're all done.
Yeah, the
like
highway
that's
skip
like
is
the
the
hard,
end fight to do.
scary stuff. The end fight, you know, we all know what we're doing, so we should just be able to nail it. But yeah, there's just so much RNG and stuff that can happen in. Ooh, okay, I still got it over.
Nice.
Yeah, there's just a lot of RNG that can happen during that driving section.
Those clears, that's very satisfying and fun to do whenever like you got all players, you know, they know what they're doing and they're doing things as fast as possible and everything. It's definitely one of the more satisfying players like Oni.
Yep, and here we have, I think, 4 waves of different enemies and things that are gonna get dropped off here, and then we'll be finished with the game. So this is the start of end fight. As soon as this dialogue happens, it's gonna start here. And Raw's going to do a bit of a IL strat here because the hog is in here, so he's going to push Dare up to the platform here so we can get it going.
Also, I'd also like to just shout out Raw and just, you know, like PHL and all those people basically who helped with LASO and stuff like that, because no one ever imagined that we would be able to, you know, do LASO just this fast. It's definitely just insane that LASO could be pushed to this level, especially Coastal.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
shout
the
out to
end fight,
anybody
you-
that's helped me.
Ideally,
the
you
way.
like would want like a tank, because there's hunters and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That was
you wouldn't
actually
know
cool
it from
to do,
watching
though.
this, but there's supposed to be a tank in here, and I was supposed to be using a tank on the highway. So yeah, there's just a lot of strats that have been developed. LASO's always been kind of like a niche, like seen as like a challenge run type of thing rather than like a speed run. And yeah, just over the last like 2 years, you know, I've really helped sort of develop the strats for this, along with, you know, a few other people along the way. So shout out to all my teammates here, some of my other teammates I played with, like Toy, Reflections, and just, you know, anybody else that the PHL, anybody else that's helped me along with the run. So
It's really impressive what Raw's been doing for ODST, especially on LASO. He's like the only person that's been running this for God knows how long.
Ages.
He's like the
Yeah.
main person that was running it, rallying it. He pretty much built everything from the ground up, mostly with help from other people, but for the most part, he's just been doing this for a long time. It's very impressive what he's been able to do.
A one-man army.
Also, if all these jackals don't touch the ground, we can soft lock, so, you know, little things throw in there.
Yep, gotta wait for all the jackals to touch their feet on the
that
ground,
was a fast
and
clear.
yeah.
A little
Nice.
funny self look,
There you
yeah.
go.
Yep, rockets time.
Oh yeah, gotta go grab my rockets.
The hunters are coming in, so
First time doing this
this is the
clear.
main reason we kind of wanted to have a tank, is because they tank a lot.
Just
take
shoot
a
a
lot of
direct,
damage,
try and
but
direct hit.
With all
Yeah.
3 of them having rockets, they can die a bit faster. I think it takes 6 rockets each.
Oh, I just got.
So, you
Oh
know,
my god.
if everyone
I
has
got
their shots
I got
and all that,
splattered.
then
Oh, you got
Oh,
some ladder?
I
Yeah,
got
I got
splattered by their
splattered.
gun.
That
That's
sucks.
insane. Yeah,
Sucks.
We're back on the
That's
first wave.
that's fine.
I
That's
think.
fine.
that's fine.
A little bit of it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Even though we're done,
this-
even
oh,
though
never
the
mind, okay.
highway is done, the end fight still can definitely go wrong.
Yeah, Infight is another chaotic section, especially with the hunters, with all 3 players shooting rockets and the hunters themselves also shooting explosive type projectiles. Things can go flying at times.
Bloop likes to find ways to die in the end fight whenever they do.
That wasn't me!
It wasn't me
What?
this time. It was John.
Whoa,
So
whoa.
Yeah, everyone
add
point a
one
left
to
at
the
Bloop.
John tally.
No. Everyone point a left at Bloop. I
John
got away with this one. I got away with this one.
Duh.
Called out.
I'm joking. Yeah, LASO will turn your teammates on each other. Like, be careful.
Yeah.
we don't like each other. We're all gonna block each other after this run.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you all
Absolutely,
sound like you hate each other so much
That's-
after
I don't know who
this
this
run
guy
for an hour and a
is.
half.
Like
I
this
don't know
Raw
who
guy,
he is.
I don't know who this guy is. I've never met him before. Day in my life.
Who?
I don't know why. I don't even know why I'm here.
Just pick them off the street and everything.
Yep, exactly, pretty much.
Okay, let's do this.
So here we just gotta go through the jackals again, and then we're back to where we were. There is limited checkpoints in this end fight, especially because how checkpoints work in this game is you have to be considered safe. So that's no jumping, no taking damage, no getting shot at. All that has to be met in order to get a checkpoint. And if one of us is jumping or meleeing or considered in combat, it won't work. So we gotta be careful at times. So rocket time here.
Oh, I forgot to grab my rockets. Okay, you guys got that. I'm gonna go grab them.
Yeah, we
There
got
you
it.
are. Whoa, warthog flying, as you can see.
Yeah, that's what happened to me last time.
I have my rockets. Oh, I am low.
Play safe.
Win. One more hunter left. Oh, the first
I
hunter is
missed.
dead.
Hiding behind the truck.
I'm out of rockets, so you boys.
Should be.
Just a matter
You
of
should
finishing
be
off.
like one shot basically.
Ah!
Oh no.
Oh no! I rocketed myself. Now you can.
Mm.
Now you can yell at me.
Okay, we did get a checkpoint.
We got
was
a
gonna
checkpoint
checkpoint.
though. We got a checkpoint.
I rocketed myself on the truck. Oh no, that's
So,
tragic.
Yeah,
even with these, even with the stress that we have, the hunters can still be, not the
This
greatest
level-
to kill.
Level is very unforgiving at all points of it.
Yeah, it's
There's all
quite
kinds of them.
frustrating at times, but we'll get through it. That was just a misplay on my part. I shouldn't have died there. Typically,
No, I
you
mean,
don't
the
rocket
run has been
yourself.
going so well.
Yeah, the
this
run
point,
Yeah,
the
you
run's
something
been
bad's
great
happened.
up until like Data Hive and Coastal. But to be fair, Data Hive and Coastal are the hardest parts of the game. So
Watch
I mean, it's
middle.
been a ton of fun to watch regardless. So
Watch out! Whoever's in middle.
Good
Oh
job.
my
I'm
goodness.
good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, be
Jackal
careful of
to
the
Jackal's
nades.
It's okay.
It's only
Bloop,
one Jackal
Hunter's back in.
alive.
Yeah, hunters are back.
Gun.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go get a med kit.
Hopefully, this goes better than last time.
It won't.
It won't.
Ow.
Nice confidence.
It
I love
won't.
your confidence is unshakable.
it.
Real.
Yeah, one's
Hunter
dead.
down. It's a matter of.
Yeah, this is going
Alright.
much easier. Like the hunters were kind of in
Well-
optimal positions so that we could just shoot
Why
them
did he
very
get launched towards
easily.
me. I don't have that.
I think he died. I think
Don't
he's
jump or
dead.
melee. Yeah,
Yep,
don't
we're
jump or
good.
melee. Don't jump or melee. We need this checkpoint. I'm not doing hunter clear again.
Oh, I don't have a weapon. Come here.
Try not to give
so
her the
final
rockets. Like switch out the rockets for someone else if you need to.
Final wave
Yeah.
is you beat 2 waves of jetpack routes on both sides of the Phantom, and we just have to kill them. Also, Chief.
Yeah.
Which Bloop is
I
gonna
mean,
be
these guys are
distracting
supposed
someone.
to have jetpacks, but
Yeah.
the Thunderstorm Skull, for some reason, breaks them, which
Uh-oh.
none of them jetpack.
Yeah.
The Thunderstorm Skull is supposed to upgrade the ranks of enemies, and then for some reason in this
Ooh, I'm
game,
running away. I didn't get
one
the
guy's-
chieftain. Watch out. Oh, I got raged. Dang it.
Okay.
I tried. One of them was aggroed on
Fine,
me.
we probably got a checkpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
got a
good.
checkpoint.
This I have to do a trick where I stand on a railing and I can't move. Otherwise, I don't have the AI manipulation because the chieftain, since he's melee and chieftains in this game can't throw nades, he just stands there looking at me really awkwardly. So that's what I was trying to do there, but I kind of
You can
messed
throw
up.
nades. I'm actually not sure why that works there, but you do throw nades, so I've never that from Law's like tutorial or whatever. They can throw nades at you in the tank.
You're good now, Blue. You can stop throwing for content.
Yeah, true. True.
You
All right,
timed the
I got
stats, we're
him.
good.
Yeah. I had to get the most deaths. My fault.
Yep, timed the
So as
stats
you can
out.
see here, I just sit here and he does nothing. He can't do anything. He just looks at me and he's like, "I want to get you," but he can't get me. So
Yeah,
I
and
gotta
as you
not die
saw,
to this guy.
there is a lot of brutes in this section. But yeah, Bloop's been holding this chieftain. Now he's gonna let him go so that we can manipulate him to give me the good swing and easily take him out without him
Also
like
considered the
berserking
chieftain's
and causing
not really
problems.
that scary, but I mean it's just one less thing to worry about, you know.
If the chieftain
Careful.
like berserks, he could start doing like random patterns and stuff like that. In which case he's kind of scary, but the way we handle
I
him
think
is
that's
like
it.
not scary.
Oh, there's
No,
one
there's
there
one
left.
more,
Yeah.
and I don't have a plasma pistol.
Oh, don't die.
Up
I don't
top,
either.
DPR, I got this. DPR for win, yes!
BPR for the
BPR.
win. And then
Let's go.
That's it.
I got naded
it?
by our allies.
No,
I got naded by our
Oh my goodness.
That's the catch skull at work. So yeah, our allies are more deadly than the enemies sometimes, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
Literally killed all the enemies and our allies kill us, so
There's
That's why
yep.
we kill a bunch
That's
of Marines throughout this game and just in Halo in general, because your Marines are almost as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than the actual enemies.
don't worry. I'm showing off all the ways you can die. Self-inflicted, AI inflicted. I got you
Showing-
guys. Everything's
Showing what
here
not to do.
Bloop's setting a high
Yeah.
score right now for the tally. Let's go.
for real. I'm hurt.
Making wrongs, deaths.
I mean, usually it's me though, so
As you can see, I got him here again, and we just need to kill all these guys, and it's over. I just need to not be silly.
And to not die either, because, you know, try not to die.
Where did I get killed from? Again,
yeah. But I saw
Okay.
brute shots going to you.
yeah, I got killed. Dang it! See, this is like the worst part of it all. See, you can't do much, and you just kind of you just kind of get railed all from all
Usually
directions.
the end
Not fun.
fight. This is definitely the worst end fight that we've had, like really doing this mission. But I mean, it
We're still on
happens,
pace
like,
though. So long as we don't
Yeah,
mess it up
we're-
a third time, we're still fine.
yeah, like it's just unforgiving, this difficulty. Like it's literally the hardest it's like basically Ultra Nightmare on Doom, or like all these other games that have like insane difficulties. Like so
Mine
just
comes
us
back in.
completing this alone is like something that nobody thought was possible like a year or two ago.
Well, Ultra Nightmare and
Yeah,
Doom is
like,
permadeath.
it's-
Imagine doing this permadeath mode.
Yeah,
have done it.
well, I mean, this is co-op. Solo is basically permadeath, which I've done. So I mean,
yeah, true.
yeah.
There's also people that do.
I'm scared.
these
I'm staying
games kinda
whale-headed.
without dying,
I'm scared.
all, like, deathless stuff like that. So it's kind of like Doom Ultra Nightmare. Not quite the same, but I mean, just don't die.
I'm trying to come for him. If there's one guy
You're
in the
good.
middle still.
Be careful. There's a trip mine. Good luck.
Okay.
He's on me.
Thanks
I
for
don't,
luck.
have, I don't have a precision.
Yeah, I got the
precision.
hammer.
Nice. We got one guy left.
Yeah, I'm literally I'm out of ammo on both weapons.
Kill himself. Thank you.
Everything's dead. Okay. I will not die here
wait,
anymore.
There's one red somewhere.
He's up
Either
top.
up
Oh,
top or down
No,
low.
he's down low. He's berserk down low. I don't have. He's stuck on virtual. He's working on me. I don't know what he's doing.
Well,
What the-
don't die unnecessarily. I don't know what's going on in there.
Did you
That's
get him?
everything. Yeah,
Okay,
thank
that's
you.
everything. There we
That's
go.
everything.
All right,
Get it.
let's go.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
So the friendly
So now we
phantom's
just gotta
coming
wait
in.
for Ally Phantom to come in, and that is the end of the game. So I want to just say I'd like to shout out HaloRuns, HaloRuns.com for any kind of Halo speedrun. That's where speedruns and stuff like that are found. I'd also like to shout out Halo Challenge Runs, HCR. It's like a small community. I started up by White Bear and Too Easy, mainly, and that's where you find stuff like Deathless and just challenge runs in general. You can find that in speedrun.com as well. So
Yeah, and like I said
Yeah.
earlier, shout out to anybody that's helped me grind this. The boys in here, any of my other co-op teammates. Yeah, and shout out to any
Matt,
any
is
friends
that-
along the way.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun.
yeah.
GG's, boys. That was a great run.
that's it,
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way. Yeah.
We had coastal shenanigans, but it worked out.
little bit of closer shenanigans.
Oh,
I just had
that's
I just had to
That's
show it
time,
off.
by the way.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, that's
I
time.
forgot to do the GDQ
Sorry,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's time.
Yeah.
No worries,
Yeah.
no worries. But yeah, thank you all for showing off this run. It was a ton of fun to watch, and definitely something new that I don't think we've shown off on Crosshair yet is a 4-player co-op run. So this was super fun. So thank you all for showing it.
Oh yeah, it's my pleasure. I also
So, yeah,
don't think that
definitely.
LASO has ever been shown off in like a deathless or not deathless, sorry, like a marathon, no reset sort of setting. So this is a first. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm happy to show it off.
Yeah, thank you all
Also like
for
to thank,
showing it
you know,
off.
just
Oh, yeah,
just
go ahead.
want to thank like Raw and Bloop, John, Reflections,
Yeah.
Toy, all those people. They're
We're
also
all
like kind
hanging
of
out.
in on this whole thing, and all kind of just we all like this game, just Halo in general, and LASO is cool.
Yeah, once again,
Definitely,
HaloRuns.com.
You can watch some of our
HaloRuns.com.
more
That's it
optimized
for
runs
me,
on
at
that.
least.
So, yep.
Yeah, true.
We
Yeah,
have some
definitely
runs you
for
guys
Halo
can look at
challenge
if you
runs,
guys
like I
want to check
said,
it
there's
out. No pressure though.
Halo stuff on speedrun.com as well for like deathless and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it for
Excellent.
me.
Yeah, thank you all again so much for showing it off. Chad, I hope you enjoyed watching the run. Be sure to follow all of our runners as well. And additionally, thank you all for supporting the GDQ Hotfix with your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits. Your contributions help keep our shows running. If you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during replays. You can also support the stream by sharing Games Done Quick with your friends. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be seeing Nervy Destroyer running Halo Combat Evolved, classic, legendary classic. So we'll be back in just a little bit.
Best of luck, Nervy.
Yeah, good luck, Nervy.
Good luck, Nervy.